Good day. It's JJMA. Today, we are going to be breaking down the UFC Shanghai card that will be taking place incredibly early on Saturday morning, where I will be waking up to give you guys a live fight companion. So you better tune into that, considering I will be waking up at... What time will I be waking up at? Probably 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning. I will be waking up for this card, probably earlier than that. So yeah, you guys better tune in so it's just not me and a bunch of Chinese bots spamming Chinese characters that translate to where do I watch the fights. So yeah, we're going to start off with the early prelims and end with the main event, and I'm going to give you my prediction and breakdown for every single fight on the card. This card's sneaky. It's got some sneaky bangers. Yeah, it'll be a pretty entertaining card, I'm sure. And I think it'll have a lot of finishes, and last Macau card in China was also good. So we're going to start off with the first early prelim of the night, Meng versus Cam Nelson. Yeah, bro, this Cam Nelson guy, he's fought plumbers. He's fought like really shit competition, guys with like 6 and 7 records. If you laugh at that in the comments, you're immature. I'm pretty sure he fought a guy who was like 6 and 13 as well. And yeah, I mean, he's all fought guys who are pretty much like 9-to-5 cubicle, matrix rats, jobbers. And Meng just beat Jose Henrique 3 months ago by decision in Macau. And yes, I say he beat him, even though the judges scored it for Henrique. I thought that Meng should have won the fight, but it was really close. Could have went either way. But I think Henrique is actually pretty decent. He's made some big improvements. And I think that win for Henrique will age well, even though I think Meng did get it done. And I think that he did beat Henrique. Yeah, man, I think Meng is pretty damn good, man. He's got a lot of power. This guy, he is a glass cannon. In his road to UFC fight, I'm pretty sure he got dropped like 7 times, but still ended up winning the fight. He has big power in his hands. He has like 27 knockouts, which is actually a pretty crazy stat for an MMA fighter. 27 knockouts is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, and this Cam Nelson guy, I don't really know much about him. I watched his tape. He don't look all that impressive. He has quite a few finishes, but they're all against kind of shit opponents, and Meng's been in there with some pretty good competition and done his job. So based off of what we've seen, I'm going to go with Meng to win this one, probably by decision. I think Cam Nelson's chin may hold up, but who knows? Maybe round 1, Meng's slime out is on par for us, which could happen. But for now, I'm going to go with safe play and pick Meng to win this by decision. All right, dude? I need to clear my throat. Next fight up on the card, Jingnan versus Julia Polastri. Yeah, man, Jingnan, both of these ladies are not all that in women's MMA, in my opinion. Both of them haven't looked so great. There was a glitch in the ESPN in like the ESPN post-fight calculations of like, you know, the strike totals and all that type of stuff, and against Angela Hill. And Jingnan was said to not land a single significant strike, which is not true. But everybody was making fun of it on Instagram. This was at the Macau card. Everybody was saying it was the Andrew Garfield and Hacksaw Ridge meme where he's like, I was told not to carry a weapon. So I think that's pretty funny that I was told not to carry a weapon. But Jingnan did carry a weapon. She actually only lost, I think, at 29-28, something like that. I actually didn't watch that whole fight because it was early as shit in China, but I will be waking up to watch this full card. And this card is a bit stinkier than the Macau card by the looks of it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the second opening fight of the night, and I will be watching this at 2 a.m. on live stream with you guys, so you better tune in. Don't leave me here with the Chinese bots, please. I beg you guys, please, if you're watching this video. And yeah, I mean, talking about the actual fight for once, Jingnan did get fraud checked by Angela Hill. Angela Hill did beat her. Angela Hill's an aunt, but she's a real crafty aunt. She is a real crafty aunt. Angela Hill still kind of has that mojo about her, and people really underlooked her in that fight. And I did as well. I will admit that I did as well. I thought that Jingnan was just going to dominate old aunt to a decision and put on a striking masterclass, you know, like she was in one championship. But these one championship fighters do not translate. However, Polastri is not that crafty of an aunt. She's not that crafty of a women's MMA fighter to beat Jingnan Zhang, in my opinion. I think that Jingnan Zhang is going to be a lot sharper here. Her experience is going to show from one championship. I know Julia Polastri only has like 2 less fights than Zhang Jingnan does, but Zhang Jingnan has went up against better opponents. But one championship is kind of fraudulent, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, I think that Zhang Jingnan is going to get this one done by decision. I think that Polastri is kind of shit, and she did lose her recent fight to Talita Alencar, who ain't that great as well. But Alencar is also pretty decent. I think Alencar versus Jingnan, if Jingnan wins this one, will be an interesting fight to make. I'm matchmaking the women's strawweight division. Look at me, the unranked women's strawweight division. I'm matchmaking it. So I'm the best matchmaker on YouTube. All right. Besides Bedtime MMA, I'll give him that title. But yeah, Zhang Jingnan by decision. All right, dude. Next up on the card, Lawrence Louis versus Hector Santiago. Hector Santiago, before watching his tape, I thought this dude was just going to be another early prelim opener, Shanghai card jobber that was just going to go up against Lawrence Louis in the hopes that, you know, a Chinese-ish prospect can get a win here. Because on the Macau card, the only Chinese fighter to win a single fight was Song Yadong. Even though Sumudaerji was on the track to win that, even though, you know, Sumudaerji was going to win that, Sumudaerji just kicked Alex Perez in the balls, bro. He kicked Alex Perez in the balls, and it is what it is. It's rough. It is what it is, brother. But Lawrence Louis, I think that he's actually quite overrated, and I don't understand why he is a minus 275 favorite on the odds here. Because I look at the tape of Hector Santiago, he actually looks like a pretty sick fighter, bro. I have to admit, Hector Santiago is, he's looking to win, Joe. I almost did the Rogan impression. He's looking to win, Joe. He just wants to win out here. Don't underestimate Hector Santiago because he wants to win this fight. I like doing the DC impression as of recent, but Hector Santiago, in all seriousness, does look like a pretty sick fighter, man. He gets his way into the pocket. He doesn't give a fuck, man. He's not careful with it, but he is quick. He is explosive. He gets in there very speedily. And once he's in there, he's exploding all over you with big body shots. You know, pause with the way that I started off that sentence. But also, I would like this to show his reach, which I'm guessing is shorter than Lawrence Louis, who's got an insane. Look at the length of this guy's arms, bro. Just look at his physique, man. He just looks like he could dominate a fight. He looks like he could dominate me out there. Had to rip out the Rogan impression again, man. But yeah, I think Louis is a bit overrated. I watched his recent fight against a 10-4 Chinese guy who's actually not that bad, though, even though his record says he is. He's actually not all that bad, but I watched that recent fight, and Lawrence Louis should either be finishing that guy or clearly beating him by decision, you know? And he trains at CKB as well. That's why he's representing New Zealand right here. And I know it says Hong Kong. Wait, let me move my thing. It says Hong Kong right there, but he does represent New Zealand, if you guys didn't know. I accidentally clicked out of that, but he does represent New Zealand because he trains out of CKB. But there was just a Chinese guy on the Macau card that trained out of CKB and fought a guy named Rodrigo Vera. He was a welterweight Chinese guy, and you don't see a lot of them. The Chinese guys don't usually get that big in the UFC. I know we got a couple of them. We got one of them on this card that's gigantic, but yeah, man, Lawrence Louis, I don't think he's all that good. His grappling's all right, but I think that Hector Santiago is going to be just too explosive and too much of a ball of muscle here. And he's a lot more dense of a guy than Lawrence Louis is. So yeah, man, Hector Santiago, he thrives brawling in the pocket. I know I've been explaining this for a while, but Hector Santiago does thrive brawling in the pocket with guys, and he puts them away when he does that. This guy has nasty power in his hands, for real. And Louis will be looking to pressure Santiago in this fight. As he usually does. He usually gets right on you, shuffling towards you, trying to pressure you, grapple. He's not just piecing you up on the back foot like a CKB fighter would. He's not an Adesanya or an Oldberg or a Volk. He's not one of those guys in the back foot. He's not Navajo Sterling early. He's a guy that just he shuffles at you like CM Punk, bro. So I think that Hector Santiago is actually going to put this guy away badly by round 1 TKO, and he's going to fraud check Lawrence Louis. All right, dude. Next up on the card, Xiaolong versus Francesco. I don't know. I said Francesco. Francesco Nuzzi. Yeah, man. Xiaolong. Yeah. My notes right here say that he's like way up on the card, but yeah, it doesn't look like maybe they don't. Never mind. I thought that Woodson and Jenkins were fighting before them. I just had to know who was fighting next. But yeah, the order of the cards messed up, I guess, on Tapology. But Xiaolong versus Francesco Nuzzi. I keep messing up his name, bro. Francesco Nuzzi is actually pretty damn good, man. And you look at his wins, and they're kind of spaced apart. He's a bit inactive. He's actually Italian. You don't see here. I'll show you. He's Italian. You don't see many UFC fighters that are fighting out of Italy. We saw that one guy, Manolo Zucchini, who got slimed by McMillan. Put up a good fight, but he got slimed by McMillan in the first. Obviously we got Vettori, but other than that, name me another Italian UFC fighter. So I guess that's big for them. The UFC may be trying to go to the Coliseum, so maybe put stock in this guy and he can be something. But at the same time, I think that Francesco Nuzzi, he looks very good in the fights that I've watched. Looks sharp, really nice rangy combos. He's going to have a big reach advantage in this fight. I know it has no reach advantage because I know it says no reach right here because this is a $1 billion company. You can only expect them to do so much, right? But he also has really sharp high kicks, low kicks of doom. There was a guy who was like 12-7, some Brazilian guy was like 12-7 that he fought. But he wasn't like a terrible 12-7. He was just a bit plotty with his footwork, but did have some power. Was looking to brawl in the pocket. Had some decent enough combos for a guy. I think this was a fight in the PFL that Nuzzi had. This was in the PFL. So this guy has had some decent experience. He has had some decent professional experience. And he finished that guy with low kicks. The 12-7 guy, I forget his name, but he finished him with low kicks pretty much, and then just started teeing off on him against the cage. And Zhao Long also got dropped by 2026 Cody Garbrandt in that first round. And I know technically Zhao Long would have beat him if he didn't treat his nuts like a baseball with his shin being a baseball bat. Like Zhao Long literally kicked him as hard as he could. Zhao Long kicked Cody Garbrandt like literally as hard as he could with his shin to the cup 4 times in that fight. And if he didn't do that, he would have won the fight. But regardless, Cody Garbrandt was kind of putting hands on him in round 1 until he just started circling around like an NPC and not doing anything and aura farming at range and saying, yeah, right now, let's throw, bro, right now. And then he runs to the center of the cage after getting kicked in the nuts and belching in the middle of the cage. And he runs to the center and he throws up a flying knee, and then the guys just crash into each other, and right after that, it's just circling that range from Cody Garbrandt. So, I don't know. I always thought that was really funny to me. But yeah, man, Zhao Long's chin ain't that great either. As I just said, he got dropped by 2026 Cody Garbrandt. Zhao Long is actually pretty, like, he's got crafty striking, but I don't think he'll be able to put away Francesco Nuzzi here, and I think Francesco Nuzzi's going to do it to him in round 1. I think that he's going to get out Zhao Long out of the cage in round 1 with a TKO. Francesco Nuzzi, I see him probably throwing up a head kick or something like that and flatlining Zhao Long. I think it's going to be it's going to be bad. It's going to be a real nasty slime out KO here from Francesco Nuzzi. All right, dude. Next up on the card, man, Jack Jenkins versus Sean the Alien Woodson, man. This is what we love to see on this card. I mean, just look at the build of this guy, bro. Like, if you know any ball, bro, if you know anything about Sean Woodson, you know this guy's a fucking bug, bro. You know this guy's the definition of cockroach, literally and figuratively. Like, look at the guy. He looks like a bug. He looks like something out of Area 51. And he is a cockroach. He's a cockroach with his MMA fighting style. He is the definition of a cockroach. He will be getting dropped. He'll be looking like shit. He'll be looking incredibly plotty. And this guy's legs are like literally green beans. This guy's legs are green beans on his body. His leg reach is 44 inches, man. Wait, 44 inches ain't even that long for a guy who's 6'2", is it? Dude, what is longer? This guy's legs or his torso? You can't tell with this dude. And his arms, look at his arms, bro. This guy was genuinely built or born next to a nuclear power plant. What the hell's going on with Sean Woodson? We know this. I'm just reiterating my points about him because every time I see him, it never fails to amaze me how incredibly freakish this guy looks. I know, bro. I feel bad. I feel bad for Sean Woodson, man. I feel bad for him. He definitely gets bullied about this his whole life. But Jack Jenkins on the other side, I mean, I know Sean Woodson is a cockroach and he is crafty, and I'm genuinely split on this fight as well. This is a literal 50-50 for me. I feel like Sean Woodson could get this done by decision. I just don't see him KOing Jack Jenkins at the same time. And I feel like that's the only way. I think he could get done. I think he could get a decision, like a split decision over Jack Jenkins. But Sean Woodson just fights so awkwardly and so plotty, and he gets, his footwork is shit. He's kind of like a Jamal Hill out there with how, his feet are all over the place, not very light on the feet either, hard to carry his body because of the weird proportions that his body's got going on right here, as we can see. So, yeah, I think that the physicality of Jack Jenkins will eventually get this one done. And, yeah, usually how Jack Jenkins loses is getting submitted, and Sean Woodson really doesn't have much ground game. So I think that Jack Jenkins is probably just going to eventually put the mustard on Sean Woodson. And round 2, after dropping him maybe a couple times, Sean Woodson's pretty tough, but after dropping Woodson a couple of times, I think that Jack Jenkins is going to get him out of there by round 2 TKO. I know there's a big size advantage. That's the story with every Woodson fight. He's 6'2" for a featherweight. But let's be real, man. The physicality of this build, it's just not good. It's not a good base for MMA. And I know his record looks nice, but his fights don't. Against a guy like Jack Jenkins, I think he's going to end up getting slimed. And he's also been inactive for more than a year. So this guy's been inactive as long as Yair Rodrigues. So, yeah, man, we're going to pick Jack Jenkins to win this one by round 2 TKO. All right, dude. Next up on the card, Ray Tsuruya versus Kevin Borjas. Dude, the card order is messed up for this because I thought that Ray Tsuruya was going to be on the main card. Like I'm looking at, all my predictions, because I got all my predictions. Like, I'm going off the dome with what I'm saying about them, but like I got all my predictions lined up and on the side of my screen, and it's just like, this fight's here, this fight's there, and like Tapology's just getting all the order wrong. So I don't know what's going on there, but we got Ray Tsuruya versus Kevin Borjas, man. In Kevin Borjas' last fight, bro, I picked him to win a decision over I picked him to win by KO over Andre Lima, but who's also on this card. But I picked him to beat Andre Lima as a plus 600 underdog, and I cashed that shit. And nobody gives me credit for that. Nobody at all is giving me credit for that at all. And dude, bro, I knew it was gonna happen. I know. It's just like weird that I'm flexing this prediction. Like I've had terrible predictions. Like I picked, as much as I love JDM, bro, I picked JDM to beat Process, and in hindsight, that was not a good pick, bro. That was not a good pick at all. But yeah, man, I think that Ray Tsuruya is just gonna dominate Borjas in this fight. I think there's levels to this shit, and Andre Lima's just not that good, and he can be out physicality. I think that Andre Lima is not that great, for flyweight. I believe Andre Lima he don't like to be in brawls, and that's what Kevin Borjas kind of brings. He brawls at the same time, but at the same time, he's piecing you up on the outside. He's keeping his distance. He's another big underdog again here, so plus 475. And I wouldn't really take this underdog, though, because Ray Tsuruya has only lost to Joshua Van. And Kevin Borjas ain't no Joshua Van yet. Like, Kevin Borjas looks good in his fights. Like, he looked good in that Emmanuel Rodrigues fight until he didn't, until he got slimed. But Ray Tsuruya is just different with his grappling, man. I think this guy's a different grappler. And his stand-up game's gotten a lot better. In his recent fight against, what's the guy's name? He's like a little short guy for flyweight. He's pretty active. He beat Daniel Perez. Luis Garule. Yeah, in his recent fight against Luis Garule, he looked much improved on the feet. Luis Garule is decent on the feet. Better than, I thought he was going to be better than Tsuruya on the feet, but Tsuruya looked a lot better. And he's physical. He's put on a lot of muscle. 5'6", this build, decent reach for the division as well. I think that he'll be able to put away Kevin Borjas in round 1 by submission. I think that this is the way this fight's going to go. I think it's going to be, maybe a kick is caught by Borjas, and then Tsuruya may sprawl out Borjas or something like that, get in a front headlock position, snap him down on the mat, and he's going to circle the back, get his hooks in, and then get a rear naked choke. That's what I think is going to happen in this fight. Ray Tsuruya round 1 submission. All right, dude. Next up on the card, Namzrai Batbayar versus Andre Lima. Now, these Mongolian names are always tough to pronounce, so it's always it's a mouthful. This name is pause, but also in this fight, man, I'm gonna move my webcam over because I want you guys to see the odds on this. Plus 220 for Batbayar. Plus 220 for Batbayar, bro. I love these odds for Batbayar right here if you're putting money on this. And minus 270 for Andre Lima, who looks like shit, bro. Andre Lima is not a very good fighter. No disrespect to him at all. But in my opinion, in UFC standards, Andre Lima's not that great of a fighter. And I know his record's pretty, but so is Namzari Batbayar's. And he's actually had some great opponents on road to UFC. And it's not all the time that you get great opponents on road to UFC that have nice records and you win that shit. So Namzari Batbayar, another Mongolian flyweight prospect. They've got a couple guys coming out of Mongolia. I thought that place was like, just a Genghis Khan merchant, which it is still, but you got some Mongolian guys coming into the UFC now. The other guy, Tumdem Burrell, he's decent as well, kind of a smudge grappler, but this guy ain't no smudge grappler, bro. This guy's got nasty power on the feet, does Batbayar, an ability to control a brawl while he's getting into it, hits you with big power shots. He's got bricks for hands, bro. This guy's also got a reach advantage. This guy's got a reach advantage in this fight by half an inch, and he's 5'4". Dude, he's got nasty hands, bro. I've been watching tape on this dude from Road to UFC. He's had 3 fights in Road to UFC, and he's looked great in all of them against 3 pretty decent opponents. One of them was actually kind of shit, but he's looked great against 2 pretty damn good opponents, man, for Road to UFC. He's got great grappling and real crafty subs. I've seen this guy get a lot of front chokes against some shit opponents, yes, but he's got a pretty good front choke, locks up a darce well. He's got long arms, so he can connect the head and arm pretty well. I believe he's got a couple of head and arm, maybe arm triangle chokes from out. I think I'm wrong, but he's got a couple of submissions as well, and he's got great grappling. I believe he's got 100% finish rate as well. I think he's got 5 KOs, 5 subs, something like that. So well-rounded guy, as I've just recently said. And Andre Lima, the thing about Andre Lima, bro, is he doesn't do well against well-rounded opponents that have big power to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Borjas, for example. And Andre Lima is a striker too. He don't really have that grappling threat. And I think that Batbayar may be able to outstrike him on the feet. I think he's going to be able to bait Lima into that brawl, Borjas style. And I feel like Batbayar is just a better, more aggressive Borjas, who's more smart with his brawling ability, and I think that he's going to be able to put away... No, actually, I don't think he'll be able to put away Lima. I think that he's going to stay in Lima with some big shots. Lima's going to tough it out. He may get wobbled a bit. And round 3, I think that Namzari Batbayar is going to get him on the ground, sprawl him out, look for that front choke of his, lock up that... the darce. He gets in the darce and he doesn't alligator roll with it and hook your leg. He just kind of keeps you in that sprawled out position. Knee walks up or knee slides up, and then he just keeps that front position, kind of like Wells and Oralby, except Wells would be on the ground on his knees. And that's how Batbayar does it. I think he's going to catch Andre Lima with that. I think he'll put him out cold with submission in round 3, probably later rounds. All right, dude. Next up on this card, moving to the main card already. We're moving through this prediction video. Actually, no, we're not. This is going to be a long prediction video, but I really want to get these fights really predicted for you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been somewhat lacking on predictions as of recent, but Belal Hasan versus Nilson Rojas. Belal Hasan making his debut on 18 days notice from the UFC Dana White Contender, I don't know, I said UFC, but Dana White Contender Series fight, where he slimed out the Indian dude in 45 seconds. Who would have thought? Minus 5,000 favorite, Bellamir, minus 6,000 favorite, just got fraud checked. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a video about that. But Belal Hasan, I think he's too quick on the outside, man. I know this, dude, it would be funny. It would be so funny if Nilson Rojas fraud checked him, wouldn't it? This would actually be hilarious. It would make my morning. Maybe it would make me crash out a bit less at the main event if it goes the way that I don't think it's going to go. And we'll get to that in a second, man. But Belal Hasan, he's an Olympic gold medalist in Taekwondo. Usually doesn't mean much, but you can really see it in his fights that he's really fast and explosive. And his Taekwondo ain't no point style where he's jumping back and forth going, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Dude, this ain't no point style Taekwondo, bro. He's trying to knock you the fuck out, bro. This is who Joe Rogan thinks he is. Man, that spinning back kick is just marauding. It actually is. Joe Rogan actually does have a nasty spinning push kick. We'll call it a spinning push kick because he pushes it out. But he throws that to the body. I think he can throw it to the head as well, but who cares? Who cares about Joe Rogan's spinning push kick? All right, we got bigger fish to fry here. Belal Hasan's fighting. Come on, guys. Yeah, and Rojas has fought mid-recorded opponents. I know he's undefeated as well. But the opponents he's fought are very mid in their records. You got like 5-5, 6-5. Those type of guys, 5-6. like barely losing or barely winning records. A couple of guys, and their second or third fight in their pro careers. So, I mean, Nilson Rojas does look pretty good, brawling in the pocket. He has power. I think Bilal Hassan's too quick to be caught by him. I think Bilal Hassan's going to be one of the quicker dudes in the flyweight division, and that's crazy to say because flyweights are incredibly quick. Even the ones who are a bit more plotty, like Pantoja. But, I mean, like Rojas having power, I just mentioned, but he is much slower than Hasan, and Hasan would beat him up in the pocket anyways. That's what I think. I think Hasan would put the mustard on him in the pocket and absolutely slime him out because Hasan has real power in his punches and kicks, everything, bro. I think Hasan's really fucking good, and I think that he's going to end up sliming out Nilson Rojas in round 2. I think it'll actually take him 2 rounds. I think that he's going to dance on the outside with him a little bit, and then he's going to pick him apart at range, maybe wobble Rojas round 1. I think Rojas will survive the end of the round, maybe in the clinch or something. And then at the start of round 2, I think Bilal Hassan's just going to absolutely whip up some mustard on him, maybe spinning heel kick, something real finessey like that. I'm moving my head with it. And yeah, I think Bilal Hassan's going to get him out of there with a nasty KO in round 2. Maybe it doesn't go to round 2, but I think Bilal Hassan gets this one done by KO in round 2. All right, dude. Next up on the card, Liu Che versus Levi Rodrigues Jr. Now, why is this on the main card? I don't know. I think the reason why is because Liu Che is like a karate combat superstar or something like that in China. Or not in China, but a Chinese guy who's like a karate combat superstar. And he's only had 4 fights in MMA. But this guy's striking is absolutely for real, bro. Like, I was thinking when I look at this guy, I'm like, dude, this guy's just going to be like some random Chinese jobber that's just signed because they're Chinese. You know what I'm saying? But I look at this guy's striking, and this guy's striking is for real, bro. And I'm going to show you guys the physicals of this dude. I mean, you can't see his reach, but his reach is 79.5 inches for a Chinese man, which is actually crazy, bro, because usually they don't have that long of arms. Actually, no, they actually do. A lot of Asians do actually have pretty long arms. I don't know what type of stereotype I came up with there, but yeah, Asians actually do have pretty long arms, so I'm wrong about that. I'm wrong about his reach as well. His reach is 77.5 inches. I just remembered. His reach is actually 77.5 inches, and he is 6'5" as listed on Tapology. So, I mean, he's 3-1 in MMA, kind of a yucky record. Levi Rodrigues Jr., though, I did pick him to beat Felipe Franco, but that's because I feel like Felipe Franco is not that great on the feet. And Levi Rodrigues Jr. does have power, but he does look like Jordan Peele out there. You know what I'm saying? He does kind of look like Jordan Peele when he's starting to put get mustard put on him. And Liu Che, I feel like he's just too high level of a striker to be touched by Levi Rodrigues. And the reason that he lost his only fight in MMA is because of ground and pound. And I don't think Levi Rodrigues Jr. is going to be able to get him to the ground. He usually doesn't take his opponents down. I don't believe he ever has. Let's see. Yeah, he hasn't even shot a takedown in the UFC. Or, well, he's had 1 fight in the UFC, but on the Contender Series as well. This guy was on the Contender Series. He ain't shooting no takedowns. He's not going to try to impose his grappling, I don't think, on Liu Che. And that's why I'm going to pick Liu Che to slime this guy out in round 1 because of the big size advantage, because Liu Che is nasty on the feet, and because Levi Rodrigues Jr. has nothing for Liu Che on the ground. So I think that Liu Che is going to get a round 1 nasty slime out TKO over Levi Rodrigues Jr., and the China crowd's going to be going crazy. You know it. I know it. Liu Che, the girth, the tonnage, bedtime's getting in my head again, bro. He's actually like invaded my mind with this girth and tonnage shit. But anyways, we're going to move on to the next fight up the card. Alex Perez versus Sumudaerji, the rematch that we all wanted. I hear voices in the air, hear 'em out of there, selling me the liquor. I shouldn't actually be singing that song, but because this is a good rematch to run back, and I did tell you guys after that Macau card, after May happened, that Alex Perez and Sumudaerji would be ran back by the UFC in China, and that's exactly what they did. Alex Perez in that 3rd round got dropped badly by Sumudaerji, and Sumudaerji, I think he won the first as well. The first was pretty close. I'm not quite remembering. Maybe Perez took the first off of him, and I'm just forgetting everything. But I'm pretty sure Sumudaerji won that first round. Maybe Perez just grappled him for a long time. I can't really remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that Sumudaerji took that round off of him. And yeah, Alex Perez also missed weight in that first fight as well. I feel like Alex Perez, I feel like Unk don't really got it that much anymore. Yes, he KO'd Charles Johnson at the start of this year, but Charles Johnson ain't that good either, man. You know, I feel like Charles Johnson just really beats low-level flyweights, and every here and there, you know, he's going to beat the champion. You know, it's weird with Charles Johnson, bro. You can never predict what he's going to do. Like, he loses to journeyman, like, easily. Really close fight with Bruno Silva, who's shit. No clue how he was ranked. But yeah, man, I feel like Sumudaerji, he's just really quick on the outside, really hard to touch on the feet. Very quick, you know, he's kind of like an O'Malley at flyweight, except, you know, he really looks for his power shots, you know what I'm saying? Like, O'Malley takes a bit to get going, and then round 3, you know, round 4, round 5, he's going to really start putting the mustard on you if you're not grappling him, you know what I'm saying? But Sumudaerji kind of looks for it, you know, late first round, and then the second round he's really getting going, and he usually beats you in like a 29-28. But I think that Actually, no, I think that he's going to beat Alex Perez in a decision. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that Alex Perez is just going to be a step too slow and too old for Sumudaerji in this fight. And I think that he'll win round 1 off of grappling or something like that, because Sumudaerji's grappling is, actually, no, I'm lying, because his takedown defense is pretty good, man. I think he's going to 30-27 Alex Perez. I think that it's going to be a dominant decision win here for Sumudaerji. He could chin Alex Perez. It is possible, but he couldn't finish it. He nearly had him finished in that second round, but in the first fight. But I think this time it'll be a decision, 30-27 Sumudaerji. And I think that Alex Perez is going to try to grapple him, and it's not going to work. I think that Sumudaerji is going to sprawl that shit every single time. He did it against the other guy he recently faced. He's done it against Mitch Raposo, who was trying to hold him against the cage earlier last year. So yeah, man, Sumudaerji's takedown defense is pretty good. I think he's pretty good in every facet of the game. And I believe he's still pretty young, actually, he is an Unk, actually, I think. He's like 33, something like that. He's been around for a while, but he is finally going to get ranked, I think. And yeah, he's going to get this one done over Alex Perez. All right, dude, next up on the card, Aoriqileng versus Kai Asakura. Yeah, man, Kai Asakura. Dude, Aoriqileng, your time has come, brother. There's no way out of this one. I think Aoriqileng's going to get slimed out. I think it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I think that Aoriqileng is going to get absolutely slimed out here in the first round. Just look at his face, bro. Look at this face, bro. He looks extra sad. He knows it's going to happen. He knows that it's happening to him. He knows that Asakura ain't taking no prisoners anymore. And he knows that Asakura is riding this momentum, and I think that Asakura is going to badly slime out Aoriqileng in this fight. Aoriqileng just got done pretty badly by Cody Haddon. Hey, there ain't no shame in that. Cody Haddon's really damn good. And I think Cody Haddon's like probably elite contender level, you know, for his future in the UFC. I think that Cody Haddon's real good. And, you know, Cody Haddon was putting on a wrestling clinic against Aoriqileng and then started beating him up against the fence with knees and punches. And Kai Asakura, he's not going to try to wrestle him, so I guess that's a plus for Aoriqileng. But Kai Asakura has serious power in his hands. He has great striking. And the only reason he lost to Tim Elliott is because he got fluked by a guillotine. And he lost to Pantoja because it's fucking Alessandro Pantoja. He's the lineal champion of the world. You know what? Dude, like, come on, bro. Like, losing to the champion in your first fight in the UFC, you know, it's tough shit, bro. Like, I don't know what you guys want Kai Asakura to do, but Kai Asakura is a real sick fighter, man, and he's got real power in those hands. And I know he KO'd Cameron Smotherman in this last fight. Cameron Smotherman ain't the best of opponents. Cameron Smotherman just lost, you know, dude. Cameron Smotherman's shit, man. He just lost his recent fight, too. I don't know why he took it so quickly. It was like 2 months after getting slimed out by Asakura. Cameron Smotherman has some weird decision-making in his career. Also passed out on the scales after 324. There was like 5 fights that didn't end up happening on that card. But yeah, Kai Asakura, I think he's given a pretty easy opponent here. He's a minus 450 favorite in this fight. But yeah, man, I thought I just heard a creak at my door. I thought my dog was walking in. But yeah, man, Kai Asakura is going to get this one done. He's a minus 450 favorite. I think he should over Aoriqileng. Aoriqileng ain't really that good. He is crafty at moments. He does have crafty striking, but I think that Kai Asakura is a bit too much. All right, dude, next up on the card, the co-main event for whatever reason. This is the best co-main event we can find, UFC. Yan Xiaonan versus Denise Gomes. Yeah, man, this looks like our co-main event, and Yan Xiaonan hasn't fought in a long time. Her last fight was against Jandiroba, which is not a bad opponent to lose to, and she lost that fight. And she just got blobbed the whole time. Jandiroba was a really high-level grappler. But yeah, man, Gomes has fought the literal shit bowl of opponents and has barely beaten some of them. She's not a great grappler. She's number 14 ranked in the world. I don't think that this fight should be as close as it is on the odds here. I think the odds are way too close as well. I think that Xiaonan should pretty clearly be winning this one. I think it'll be by grappling. Probably a boring 29-28, probably 30-27. I'd say 29-28. I think that Denise Gomes is probably better on the feet. But yeah, I think that this should be a I think that this should be a pretty boring 29-28 decision here for Yan Xiaonan. Denise Gomes has fought a literal toilet shit bowl of opponents. He's whipping up shit in a kettle. Like literal shit. I know that's old, but yeah. I just wanted to say it. Yan Xiaonan should get this done, all right, dude? Next up on the card, finally something of real value to talk about, man. On this card, we have some sneaky fights on this card, but this is the real value in it. Look at the numbers next to these guys' names. Number 3 versus number 6. Well, I know Song Yadong is ranked like he's ranked number 6 in the world. I forgot. He's behind Sandhagen because he lost to them like 3 years ago. But Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. First thing I have to say about this, guys, guess who I'm going to pick? Guess who I'm going to pick? I'm picking Song Yadong. I'm doing it. I'm picking Song Yadong to win this fight. Umar's boring-ass smudge grappling won't work this time. Not on my watch. We're not getting another Dagestani stinking it up in the main event. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, all right? It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to fucking happen. So I think that, and here's my logic behind it. Number 1, Song Yadong's takedown defense is too damn good. Song Yadong, dude, who's taking down this guy, bro? Song Yadong doesn't get blobbed. He doesn't get blobbed, and I know he hasn't fought a wrestler like Umar Nurmagomedov. But bro, this guy's defending the takedown against all of his opponents that have tried to grapple him. Like, I mean, I can't necessarily name all of them on the spot, but like Corey Sandhagen, I'm pretty sure tried to shoot some takedowns on him. He stuffed that shit. He's got real good hips, man. I know I sound like Rogan saying that. I mean, just look at the hips on this guy. He just looks like he can fuck, doesn't he? Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I mean, Song Yadong, he's built really well to defend the takedown. Got a real strong base behind him. Sprawls out well. Against Figueiredo. Yeah, Figueiredo shot that takedown on him. He sprawled out originally. He jumped Gilly. I don't think he should jump Gilly. This is where I get worried from here. Because I hate Umar. I don't want him to stink up another main event. It is what it is. He's a real boring fighter. He is high level. He's a high level fighter, as a lot of these guys are. But he's real boring. He's real boring, and I don't want that shit in my sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him just laying in half guard. Advanced position here. I'm going to threaten a submission, and by the end of the fight, I'll have no submission attempts over 5 rounds, 22 significant strikes line. You know what I'm saying? It's going to bring me back to Makhachev. I hate him. I actually hate him. I'm going feral right now. I hate him. You guys won't understand the crash out that I will give you guys at 7 in the morning if Umar stinks up that main event. 7 in the morning, you guys are getting an insane crash out your way if Umar stinks up that main event. Okay. Just fucking watch. Tune into the live stream so you can see that. But yeah, man, Song Yadong's takedown defense is too good. He's real explosive, has great hips, defended Cejudo's takedowns. Chris Gutierrez, Marlon Moraes, all those guys. Actually, no, I don't think Marlon Moraes tried to shoot on him. No, that was a completely stand-up until he just chinned him. But yeah, Marlon Moraes ain't that great of an opponent. And also another point where I'm worried about Song Yadong, but I don't think he'll lose because of this, is because, kind of the talking point behind him is like, he has really close fights with the top guys, really close fight with O'Malley, really close fight with, who else did he lose to? Really pretty close fight with Petr Yan. He's fighting the guys at the top of the division and narrowly losing to them. He doesn't get finished like that. I know he got finished by Corey Sandhagen, but that was Sandhagen in 2022, and Yadong's a lot better since then. He was like probably 24 when that happened, and now he's 28, so he's got some more experience in the game. He's been in the game for a long time, and he's still quite young. He's still on that He's still on the lower side of 30. I almost said the right side, but he's on the lower side of 30. So yeah, I think that Song Yadong, like, yes, he has fought really good opponents. Yeah, he fought really good opponents and he's narrowly lost them. But then you look at his wins, man. His wins are like Chris Gutierrez, old washed Cejudo, 3-round decision when it was supposed to be 5 rounds because he eye poked him. Old man Figueiredo jumps a gilly. He jumps a gilly on old man Figueiredo round 2, and Figueiredo probably took the first off of him. Song Yadong's is, when you look at his wins, it's not that good, man. But I think that my number 2 point that I'm going to really make here in argument for Song Yadong winning this fight is that this is a horrible stylistic matchup for Umar. Horrible stylistic matchup for Umar. A guy that can stuff his takedowns and a guy that can piece the fuck out of him on the feet and has real power. He has real power in those hands. Have you seen the big meaty hooks that Song Yadong lands on guys? Dude, he doesn't TKO. He makes him go to sleep. He makes him go to sleep, man. I'm bringing up the Jeremy Stevens. Who the fuck is that guy? But this is a horrible stylistic matchup for Umar. I think that Song Yadong is going to be pissed. He's going to be pissing him up on the feet. He's going to be forcing brawls to happen. We're not going to get him and Figueiredo, who are like hesitant to throw a strike, and Figueiredo's going like this at range. Hold on, let me back up. He's going like these at range, and throwing a low kick over here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get him dancing at range, dude. You're gonna get Song Yadong, get him right into the pocket, get it on his ass, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Umar. He's gonna beat the shit out of Umar. There's gonna be no laying praise, and he's gonna bring violence. He's gonna bring violence in here. He's gonna bring real Chinese violence. The CTP will be encroaching on Russian territory for the first time. I know they're good allies in real life, but number 3. Umar has a weird chin, and Song Yadong has some serious power, as I just said. Song Yadong has that real power. Dude, Yadong. The power of Yadong is crazy, dude. Yadong is just busting all over the place, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right, I need to stop, man. I've done this every single video I've talked about Song Yadong. So, yeah, I'm really weird. Sorry, guys. But Umar has a weird chin. Umar does have a very weird chin. He's been stung by Merab and taking a weird funny step, and Merab has 0 power in his hands. Who else has he been hit by? Oh yeah, he was dropped by Mario Batista with a knee, and he was wobbled after, and Mario Batista just didn't follow up for whatever reason. I don't know why. Mario Batista's, he's got some decent fight IQ, but it's mostly resides in his grappling. Like, him on the feet is like, he has the skill on the feet, but at the same time, he doesn't, maximize his opportunities. It's weird with him on the feet. And also, my number four and probably final point that I'm going to make is that Yadong arguably has the better cardio in 5-rounders here. He finished Ricky Simone in that 5-rounder in round 5. Round 5, that fight, 1 minute 10 seconds in that one. Round 5, you get the finish there. Ground and pound, I believe, something like that. Maybe just punches against the cage, I forget. Song Yadong's been in a lot of Apex main events, man. Had an Apex main event again. He's been in that spotlight a lot, bro. And I know Umar has too. He's the cousin of Habib. Who's not cousins over there? They're all cousins. You know how it goes. They're all from the same cliff. You know what I'm saying? I'm kidding, guys. Of course I'm kidding. I'm playing a character. I don't really mean what I say. But yeah, I think that, dude, I just really think that Song Yadong's going to get him in this fight. And he's going to finish him. And I feel like all of the equation of this fight, this is a recipe for disaster for the Dagestanis. And Song Yadong's going to get the finish. Yeah! Round 4, TKO finish from Song Yadong. He's bringing violence back to the UFC. Let's go. He's bringing violence back. He's expelling this terrorist of the sport right here, Umar Nurmagomedov. I do think Umar's good, and he may win this fight. This is a real 50-50 to me. And I don't understand why these odds right here. This is the Dagestani bias right here, and the aura farming bias that they have. Minus 550 to plus 400. That's crazy odds. I'm putting the stock in Song Yadong if you're betting all day. I'm spazzing out of my mouth right now. I'm putting the stock in Song Yadong all day if you're betting. Dude, throw... I shouldn't advise people to bet, but throw 50 on it. Throw a casual 50 on it if you don't got that much in the bank. If you got that much, if you got that Dana White, if you got that Dana White salary, I'm gonna start calling him Dana White. Dana White. If you got Dana White's salary, if you got that salary, or not the salary, if you got that money in the bank, bro, if you got a lot of money in the bank, dude, throw 10K on Song Yadong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Throw a solid amount of money on Song Yadong. You know what I'm saying? Or at least for Song Yadong to outstrike Umar Nurmagomedov by like significant strikes. I think that's a good bet as well. But yeah, man, Song Yadong's gonna win this one. I'll go over my predictions and then we'll end this video. Song Yadong, round 4 TKO. I think he'll get him in the later rounds. Umar's pretty tough early, but I think he'll welt him against the cage. Umar's chinny to cardio as well. Song Yadong by round 4 TKO. Xiaonan by decision. Asakura by round 1 TKO. Sumudaerji decision. Luce, round 1 TKO. Bilal Hasan, round 2 slime out. Batbayar, round 3 sub. Submish. We'll go round 1 submish for Tsuruya. Round 2 TKO probably for Jack Jenkins, but Woodson could pull off the decision. I don't know. I'm pretty split down the middle here. Nuzzi by round 1 TKO. Hector Santiago probably round 1 or 2 TKO, something like that. Maybe even round 3. Who knows? I think that Hector Santiago is going to finish Louis. I think it's going to be a crazy fraud check. I'll move this to the side. Jingnan versus Polastri. I think we're going to get a Jingnan decision. Pretty close, though. I don't know why she's plus 200 here. Probably be a good bet for you guys to put money on Jingnan. And then Ding Meng. I think Ding Meng gets it done by decision here. So, yeah, those are my picks for the card, guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Yeah, make sure to tune into our live stream because I don't know what I'm going to do if you guys don't. So, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Follow my socials at the JJMMA. I'll see you later, and until next time, goodbye.